next question is from Maria Mohammed, and she asks, how do you remove lint? I think, as I mentioned in the last video, that yes, when you wash your hair in twists, you are sometimes left with lint, but your hair is clean because we use a clarifying shampoo, so the oil and dirt are gone. But what you are left sometimes is with fibers, which is the lint. I found that once I take out the twist, because remember I wash their hair in twists, the one twist, because I undo them one at a time, I just spray it. If I see some lint that's collected at the base of the braid, I will spray it with aloe vera juice, and it's a great slip, and kind of use the pads of my fingers just to slide the lint and the fibers out of the hair. And that's it. I never really have any problems with it. So yeah, that's how I remove the lint. Landa London asks, how often do you moisturize between washing? And she also wanted to clarify that we co-wash once a week. And what do you do with the hair after co-washing? So yes, we do. I use a conditioning wash weekly because we change her style up weekly, and it sets better when her hair's wet. And she says, what do we do afterwards? So after I've washed their hair in twists, I will spritz it with aloe vera juice to get that pH right. I leave-in conditioner and, apply it to all the twists. Pour a little castor oil in my hand, rub it in, and then focus that on the ends, work my way up to the roots, and then my butter seal, which I usually just put on the ends. And then afterwards, I'll do whatever style we do. So with my oldest, she loves her Bantu knot out. So she'll just Bantu knot her hair, and then it dries curly. And my youngest, we usually do a braids out, or we'll do beads, or whatever it is she fancies. That's what we'll do. We'll just style it as if it was single free-flowing strands of hair. So thank you for your question. Next question is from ND Zalin, and she says, she calls me her namesake, so I'm assuming her name's Nadine. Hey Nadine. She says she's going to eliminate the enemies this year. You're going to eliminate the enemies, eh? She asks for views, tips on box braid extensions to minimize the enemies. Yes, I love box braids extension. I did put the hair in box braids when they went to Europe, and they were great. They would use their braid spray. And when we took their hair down, it was fully moisturized. There's a caveat. I would never do 3-strand braid extensions anymore. I find you get away with less during the takedown as far as, breakage and things. Twists just pull out. 2-strand twist, rope twist, I think they call it Senegalese twist. That's what they had. Yes, I think it's great. And just use either aloe vera juice and a mix of aloe vera juice and leave-in conditioner I would use, or just get a braid sheen spray, and yeah, perfect. So the next question is from B. Frederick, and she asks if this routine is okay for type 4 fine hair. And I would say that myself and my youngest daughter would be closer to the finer hair category. Okay, guys, guess what? My bum is numb, so much better. Sorry about that, guys. I was like, okay, I've lost all feeling in my bottom. So, where was I? And so with finer hair, you have to make bigger sections, which usually means less braids. And aesthetically, it's not my favorite because I love big hair. But there are ways around that, like this. Yes, because the next question, it kind of ties with this one. It's from Nadia Ford, and she asks, do you do the same thing with your hair? So yes, I do the same thing with my hair, but as with the last question, I was saying that my hair is on the finer side. And so I'll do it gun-ho for about 3 months. And I'm like, I want to see the hair because I have fine hair, but it's a lot of it. So when I undo it, it looks thick and I want to see my big hair again. So I take it out and then I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you do that? Because then I'm having to deal with detangling and this and that. But I think crochet braids are going to be the answer to my prayers. Because underneath this, I can keep my twists in. So if you have fine hair, guys, and you don't really like the look of your hair in twists because it just curl it, girl. Just curl it up. Do Bantu knots. It makes it look thicker and, just more pleasing because finer girls are going to have less braids because we have to make the braids thick. Thin braids I did do thin braids, because I just like the look of it better, but I did lose more hair because it's easy to twist up a mat and stuff. Next question is from a Chris Butler, and she asks, how long is it okay to keep twisting the same boxes? Do you redo the boxes? Now, yeah, I've always been concerned about this, especially when I was African threading. I would always move the lines because I didn't want to make hard parts. But honestly, I think that's only a concern when you're doing styles where the roots are tight. But when you do rope twists, just by the nature of rope twists, you cannot get a tight scalp rope twist, so it doesn't create hard parts. I watched a Kimmy Tube video, and she talked about how she's had the same parts in her hair for like 3 years. Making parts is most of the problem when you're trying to do a new style with 4C hair that's just been left out to its own devices. The parts, I used to lose so much hair just, parting the hair. So yes, with us redoing the twist, we're never redoing parts. So that eliminates that breakage right there. Next question is, Chrissy Bells asks, she asked about, if I could put a link to the video of rope twisting. Slim416 wondered if genetics has anything to do with hair growth and how long your hair grows. And that's a good question, actually. And I would say definitely yes and no.